Welcome to the NSTHA Paranormal Report on the road. Mhm.
And people are walking toward the stadium. There's one line that comes down.
From the stadium. So there's a line that's coming down from the stadium, which means that they're already feeding, I believe, before the people even take their seats inside the stadium, which to me makes it seem like they're desperate for energy. But that could be that they do that regularly, whether they're desperate for energy or not. Maybe that's how concerts always start, with them immediately feeding on those who are coming in from the parking lots.
And now they're inside, and there's lines coming down inside.
Okay. Now, do you know, you said that you weren't able to tell the origins from where the lines are exactly coming from?
It looks almost close to the middle of the stadium sometimes, but sometimes it seems like maybe across the stadium too.
Okay, so this is where everyone's seated.
Yeah.
And okay, well, if everyone's seated out in the audience, then I'm not surprised that they're already starting to feed from the stage. Now, what are the stick figures that are showing at that particular time? I mean, there are stick figures in the audience, but are there stick figures on the stage as well?
The inflatable,
Has a stick figure.
it did for a moment, it
Okay.
flashed in and
Hmm.
out.
Okay.
And
N
now it's starting to get more active because they're starting to play a little music. So,
so the stick figure in the inflatable is getting more active.
well, he did pop back in and out, but there's more lines and stick figures around Nellie filming.
Okay. And these are stick figures that are out in the audience that she's
Yes.
picking up. Okay.
And then it seemed like there's a line that went directly near the audience where Nellie's sitting.
Hmm. Well, I'd imagine that they're trying to feed off of every single individual who's out there in the audience. So almost like the lines almost seem like lightning strikes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain kind of contraption in the middle of the stadium,
Hmm.
and it kind of seems like it's coming from there.
Hmm. Now the contraption, is it up in the air or is it?
Yeah, it seems to be attached to the ceiling. But then sometimes it does come from in the audience, it looks like across the stadium as well. So it doesn't, the lines don't come from like one area.
Well, there are people who come to those events also to feed on the audience as well as trying to feed on the performers. So if those lines are coming from across the audience, those are other individuals who come and their objective is to go for essence as well.
And it was a moment ago, but there was a big one that looks like on the stage. It looks like
Mm.
right on the stage.
Now, if he wants to talk now, so we can ask him. Okay. All right, you're going to translate into English. Translate. All right. So, what is your purpose when you're on the stage? I'm talking to the large stick figure, large entity.
I'm a bodyguard.
You're a bodyguard. Now, so do you protect against others trying to feed off the entertainer?
Yes.
In other words, yeah, so if you're a bodyguard for the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have actual, physical bodyguards, who are, supposed to keep people off the stage, actual physical people off the stage. So your job is basically to protect from the other side.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So when you see that, Jessica, you see, in other words, when he's up there, do you see any lines coming from him or going towards him or,
I didn't notice any, and right now he hasn't come back yet.
okay.
And now it's starting to get really dark.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the performance might be starting, but there's quite a few line still, stick figures.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then I do see something that was near the stage that was quite big, like floating. Oh, there's maybe it's related to lights, but it's some kind of contraption that there's a big stick figure on there.
Mm-hmm. So the big figure, stick figure on the contraption. So do you see any lines going to it or from it, or any, are there any lines at all
Near it, but
near
it's
it?
not necessarily, I haven't seen it directed from it.
Hmm. So those lines, they end just like in just in in the space around around that entity, or in other words, it sounds like they're not. You can't tell whether they're actually hitting anything in particular, the lines.
Not necessarily, like some of them are above the stage, it kind of looks like, but it's not. That one was a little bit closer to the stage now on
Hmm.
the right side.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask this guy, the big guy, what do the lines actually represent that we're seeing? Yes, I'm asking you, what do the lines that represent?
The different entities trying to feed.
Okay, now lines that are direct that seem to be moving from the stage. Can you tell if there's lines that are coming from the stage, Jessica?
Well, it seems like they could be coming above the stage and going out to the audience.
Okay, so that means that there's some kind of device. Would that be correct? That is feeding off the audience?
Yes.
Yeah, can describe.
So there's, it's kind of similar. I think the performance is starting. The big stick figure on the contraption, maybe lights related,
Hmm.
and then quite a few. And then on the other inflatable Chris Brown, now there's also some entity in that one as well.
Yeah, so a large entity in that one. Okay.
There was a big one near where Nellie's sitting that just popped up, but it didn't look like it was in the crowd. It looked like it was floating a little
Above
bit
the
lower.
crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you answer for the other large figures, or do I have to talk to those ones individually?
Ugh.
Okay, it sounds like some of them who want to talk to me individually.
Yes.
Okay. Are you the one who's floating above the crowd, or are you the one that's in the contraption that's above the crowd?
Floating above.
Okay, so what exactly are you doing?
I'm searching for a sense.
You're searching for essence. Now, I would imagine that everyone has a certain amount of essence. So why are you searching for essence when everyone there, I would imagine, would have some essence if they're there?
It's harder to get now.
Okay. So would you be doing things to try to open people up to get their essence?
Yes.
Okay. So do you, in other words, you use your own energy to do that, or you have a contraption that's connected to you? Okay. So it basically puts off a certain kind of frequency that will open up the audience for
Yes.
feeding.
Can I have the deal?
Yes, you can have the deal. I mean, you're being cooperative. All right. I will give you the deal after we finish going through everything. Okay. You can remind me after we finish, but I think I don't believe I will forget. Okay. We're going to get a little bit of a description of what's going on.
Okay, so again, lines that are going from maybe across the stadium, and then it looks like it also could be coming from some of them from the audience, and could be coming from the stadium, the lines.
Okay,
I don't
so
see as many floating stick figures at the moment.
well, perhaps they might have already opened the audience up. Would that be the case, you guys?
Yeah, the one with on the contraption in the middle is still there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, I hear you. So, I have an idea of what you're doing, but can you tell me what you are doing from that position, that position?
I'm running the show.
You're running the show, but also there's a contraption that's has a machine.
Yes.
Now, that machine does what exactly?
It collects essence.
So it does collect essence.
Yes.
So when we see lines of energy going across the audience, whatever, is that's people who are in the audience who are trying to feed?
Some of them, yes. Some
Okay.
there, some of them are ours.
So in other words, you have individuals who are throughout the audience also who are planted there to feed.
That too, but some of them aren't ours.
Some of
Some
them
of them are
aren't.
competing.
Yeah, who are competing for the essence. Now, those individuals also try to get essence from the performers as well.
Yes.
You know. Now, have you had a situation where they're trying to, in other words, you can tell what kind of essence they're trying to get, the people in the audience, what kind of essence they're trying to extract from the performers? Well, in other words, put it this way, there have been people who have tried to steal not only the essence from performers, but also the talent of the performer. Have you run into that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's partly, bodyguard stops that stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. But sometimes it gets through.
Yes.
Yeah.
It can.
Now, if he has such a following, he must have a bit better security than some of the other performers.
He does.
Yeah.
He made a good deal.
Yeah, he made, yeah. Okay.
So now there's one particular stick figure right in front of the camera that
Mhm.
either is lines going to it or lines going out from it.
From that particular stick figure. Now, is he regular size, like a human size, or larger, or can you tell?
I it's hard to tell because I just see his like torso up, so he might be kind of large, but
Okay. All right. That figure. We're gonna tap into him.
yeah.
Yes. Sur- Surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna answer some questions. Are you part of the performer or are you part of the audience? This is a simple question. Who are you working for the audience? So someone in the audience, someone who probably does dense magic and stuff. There's quite a few of those types of individuals in the audience, aren't there?
Quite a few probably.
Yeah. So what are you doing
I'm trying to collect essence from the audience as well.
from the audience? Yeah, in some sense, it may be easier for you to collect essence from the audience than it is to collect essence from the performer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the audience is open.
Yeah.
They're excited. They're like in delusion of who like the performer is.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's easier to get essence from them.
And their protection is probably not as strong as the performer's protection.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So, what happens when you get to a certain point? Is there ever a situation where those who work for the performer will intervene? No, because literally they would say that you're stealing essence.
Yes, I could possibly get in trouble, and but I did give some of it to them. I
Oh,
did
okay.
make a deal with them.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Great. Thank you. Here's the road of the deal. Here's the road of punishment. Okay, we can move into describing what else is going on.
So now still the big figure in the
Inflated.
contraption is
Oh,
there.
mm-hmm.
There was another one a moment ago that was floating.
Mm-hmm.
There's still, oh, it looked like the line was coming from the contraption in the middle for a moment, yeah.
Okay.
And let's see what else is on here. And now she's doing the video. Okay, so one look more coming from the stage. A lot of the stick figures kind of process that are near her, so there's quite a few that are right in the audience.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's tap into someone that's near her and all right. All right. I hear you. I hear you. You're surprised too? Yeah, you're gonna answer some questions. Yeah. Now you're there and um okay, is it the jockey that basically brought the avatar there? Or how does that work? In other words, who decides to attend the concert?
The jockey.
The jockey. Now, what is the jockey looking for from these concerts?
Well, sometimes some jockeys want to set up the avatar.
For feeding.
Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead.
they might, have that deal like, hey, I'll give you some,
Hmm.
and then I'll get some from you later.
So, in other words, when an individual becomes a fan, so to speak, or even obsessed with a performer, you help facilitate that because you're facilitating the feeding from the avatar that you're in control of.
Yes, and it's kind of like if you're a fan, you're signing a contract as well that
Yes, to
you'll
give
use so
essence.
much essence.
Yeah. And with that, depending on how much essence they get, you get your cut
Yes.
of their essence. Okay. So it's kind of a bonus because you're actually getting a bit of essence from them all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there's like a nice bonus when you put them in situations like this. Now, the kind of essence you get from doing this, is it a different kind of essence? Does it, vibrate differently when you take them to events like this?
Yeah, because I'm pretty good at getting energy from other people
Hmm.
and energy from them as well.
Okay, well, let's rate the kind of energy. Let's say that the essence that you get from the jockey, not the jockey, but the avatar or the fragment of the higher consciousness that in other words, powers the avatar. Let's say that essence is represents silver. And when you go to a concert like this, that's really organized, very organized by part of the system, your pay would be more like gold over silver
For me,
for
yes,
you, yes.
but most no.
All depends on who's being fed on and who the performer is as well.
Sorry, Chief. They kicked me out.
I'll talk to the one that's in Nara. It sounds like you're involved with the concert. Are you? Were you there? Answer my questions. Okay. Now you worked for the performer, or you worked for someone in the audience? Simple question.
There has been speculation already by some that this really
You're
could
you're freelance. So not every stick figure is connected to a human avatar. So sometimes you're kind of like coming through and taking advantage of the situation. You can now, do you sneak in a certain way, or you make a deal with the like the other entity made a deal with the performers?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are kind of like a mafia gang.
Oh, okay. So you come in but you make a deal with the performers. Now, would you say the performers are threatened by you, or it's just that you just do business together?
We do this together.
Okay. All right. All right. That's clear enough. Thank you. All right. I will give out rotes of the deal and rotes of punishment for everybody I talk to. You can pass these amongst your fellows. All right. Okay. We're back to that was good. Okay, we're back to Jessica.
Some signs seem to be either going to the stage or coming from the stage.
Okay.
And they're okay.
Well, it sounds like a massive feeding, just going energy going everywhere, but the lion's share of the energy is going towards the stage. Would you say?
It does seem like it sometimes, but it could be also coming from the stage at times, like both directions, maybe at
Hmm.
times.
Hmm. But one of the entities said that sometimes some individuals are able to actually get energy from the stage. Would you say that, let's see, any of you guys who are involved with the performer, would you say that those individuals have a little bit of a stronger ability than maybe your guards, your protectors?
Yes.
Yeah. So would these guys also be considered Satanists or just part of some other kind of dense cabal?
Yes.
Okay, which would it be?
That's cool.
Dense cabal that aren't necessarily affiliated with Satanists.
No, I mean, that's kind of lower level a
Yeah.
little bit. Like, we consider ourselves a little bit like above that.
Hmm. But if you have someone who's actually able to steal from you, blatantly steal from you, aren't they a little bit above you, or at least on your level?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Hmm. Well, the reality is that one would think that the performer and his group would be the most powerful at the concert, but that's not necessarily true.
True. Yeah, it depends on who goes to the concert.
Yeah, who goes? Yeah. I hope you found this interesting.